Just call them the chairman of the Tortured Poets Department. For the first time ever, someone other than Taylor Swift has written the prologue to a Taylor Swift album. In this case, it's none other than music icon and fellow tortured poet, Stevie Nicks. That's right. When fans crack open their vinyl or CD copy of the Tortured Poets Department, they will be treated to an introductory poem by the Fleetwood Mac legend in its insert. Addressed, For T and Me, the handwritten poem is like Swift's prologues before it, with Nicks' elegant words setting the stage for what will follow. More songs about heartbreak. It reads, "He was in love with her, or at least she thought so. She was broken-hearted. Maybe he was too. Neither of them knew. She was way too hot to handle. He was way too high to try. He couldn't even see her. He wouldn't open his eyes. She was on her way to the stars. He didn't say goodbye. She looked back from her future and shed a few tears. He looked into his past and actually felt fear. For both of them, the answers would never be ever clear. Don't ask questions now. Do that later. She brings joy. He brings Shakespeare. It's almost a tragedy. Says she, don't endanger me. Pause, don't endanger me. He really can't answer her. He's afraid of her. He's hiding from her. And he knows that he's hurting her. She tells the truth. She writes about it. She's an informer. He's an ex-lover. There's nothing there for her. She's already gone. There's nothing that can stop her. She was just flying through the clouds. When he saw her, she was just making her way to the stars. When he lost her, this departure from Swift's previous releases and the fabulous cameo will shock some fans. But fret not. A poem written by Swift herself closes the insert of the album, which is also a first in the Swiftie universe. Meanwhile, Nicks' name pops up in the record's final track, Clara Bow. She is one of the girls its subject is compared to. You look like Stevie Nicks / 75 / the hair and lips / crowd goes wild at her fingertips / half moonshine / a full eclipse. So how exactly did this collaboration come to pass? Swift and Nicks are still mum on the details so far, but the two have a long history of supporting each other. The artists performed on stage together at the 52nd Annual Grammy Awards in 2010, singing Fleetwood Mac's classic, Rhiannon, and Swift's You Belong With Me. In a Time magazine dedication that same year, Nicks wrote that Swift reminded her of herself, giving her this high praise. Taylor is writing for the universal woman and for the man who wants to know her. The female rock and roll country pop songwriter is back, and her name is Taylor Swift. And it's women like her who are going to save the music business. Last year, Nicks revealed during a performance for her tour that Swift's Midnight's track, You're on Your Own, Kid, provided her comfort as she grieved her late Fleetwood Mac bandmate, Christine McVie. Thank you to Taylor Swift for doing this thing for me, and that is writing a song called You're on Your Own, Kid, Nicks said at the time. That is the sadness of how I feel. Last October, not long after she wrote her poem for TTPD, Nicks opened up to Today about what she thinks Swift has gained from her body of work. I never don't tell the truth, and I think that's something that if Taylor Swift, who is my friend, if Taylor got anything from me, that's what she got, Nicks told the outlet. I don't ever lie in my songs. If you broke up with me, I don't put I broke up with you. I tell the truth, always. Perhaps prophetically, in that same interview Nicks teased that she has a secret book of poems that never became songs, which she plans to release someday. But for now, Nicks has cemented her place in Swiftian lore. And she feels right at home. The Tortured Poets Department is out now.